Nick. Welcome to the studio. Today we are doing a Royal Icing 101 class. So the look of this setup might be a little different than what you might be used to seeing in the studio, and that's because we're not doing official cookie decorating. Today we're going over how to make icing from start to finish, going over consistencies and a lot of practice with different techniques. It's a smaller class, there's only a few students today, so that way they get a true one-on-one experience. So just follow along and enjoy. Each student gets an agenda, so that way everything we go over, they don't have to put to memory. They're able to review the printout at the end of class so that they have all the information that they need. We have practice cookies. We have a setup to do some stencil scraping to make sprinkles. Each student also gets a little name card cookie, a practice sheet, and pretty much everything that we need to practice with all of the different icings. Match it, exactly, so it's a little bit easier. And then rather than dropping it from up here, we're always going to drop it at the bottom so it doesn't cloud up on us. Temperature or cold water, you don't want to use hot water. So that's what it's going to look like when you first add your water in there, very clumpy and dry. So we're going to use a hand whisk, and we're just going to whisk that up for about a minute or so. And really whip it up for a few minutes. This is just kind of softening the icing so it's not as stiff. So this is what I'm going to use for like outlines, any of those finer details on top of a cookie. It will kind of curl over just a little bit. It's jiggly tail. And if you have this, that's perfect. You can also use the tip of the piping bag to gently wiggle the icing as you're flooding. So then as you go, you're beginning to help it settle. So then when you get to the end of filling in the shape, it's pretty much settled. And then also use your scribe tool to, so you kind of use that scribe tool and just gently tap down on those little peaks. Yep, perfect. Whatever feels comfortable. And you're just going to invert the cookie, and you're going to press it into the surface, and you usually do a little circular motion, make sure all the icing is adhering to all of that open surface. And then we'll gently lift away, shake, and we'll scrape away the excess, and then flip it over again. We'll settle a little bit, and then we'll set it off on the drying rack. And then, yeah, a little bit more. You can see on this side the icing didn't fully touch, so yeah, so really dip it in there, perfect. The cookie as well, so you guys can see that. Just kind of brush it down, not all the way to the end, because you still want the end to be kind of full. Okay. You just want the inside to be nice and brushed. Kind of creates the same look, just pressing down.
Oh, yeah. That's cute too.
And that is another way to kind of accomplish that same look. One's gonna look more feathered. Yeah. And then one, crinkle the paper and just pop them all off. And then this is where you'll notice if you flip over. Yeah, so you can totally see the difference between the two. Yeah. Sale. Smart. And that's our letter transfers. So now those are ready to be placed on top of a cookie. So cute. Yeah. Love this one with all the texture. So cute. It reminds me of a cake. Yeah, it looks like a cake. Yeah. Perfect age to like get started on that. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, something will fall. I will make sure it's my water bottle.
See ya. Thanks for coming. That's a good idea.
Yeah. No Raymond.
Oh, Raymond Beef. I love
She's
it.
like, oh, it's the first one ever. No,
Oh, Bob's my boy.
I like Marshall.
Oh, that's my favorite. Good to know. All right, guys. Have a great weekend. 2 burgers.
Okay, clean you up.
Yep. All right, so we just wrapped up class. So now the students are out of here. We just do some cleanup. Everyone did such a great job. For the most part, cleanup is usually easy, especially for the cookie decorating classes, whereas our icing classes accumulate a little more dishes. Kind of clean up as much as we can. We'll take a little bit of a break, come back and finish all of that official dishes, clean up completely, and completely reset the studio. But that is the general flow for an icing class. So if you're in Vista or San Diego and want to join and learn more about icing, keep an eye out on my calendar for upcoming icing classes. Check out my website for all of those class schedules.